Yes! Alright everybody, we're gonna get the disclaimer done and out of here. This show is edutainment. That means it's edutain. That means it's education, entertainment, combined into one. For edutainment, it is not to be taken as financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I don't know your situation, but this is an interesting way to look at investment. So it's just a first look. With that said, I'm gonna drink my hot water. It ain't tea. I already had my coffee this morning. Been up. Looking at the markets, they've been doing wonderfully. Mixed, obviously. And I'm gonna turn that off. You can hear me. Alright everybody, we're gonna get to it. Stretch out. Oh, thanks for joining me this morning. And we're gonna roll out. Everybody. Hi social media world, my name is Alfred Gordon Liu. This is 888 and 8 minutes starts right, boom, right now. There's lots I want to say. S&P 500. These are the 20 companies that Warren Buffett has told us to pick and choose and to kind of have a punch card so that we're following Warren Buffett's advice. And specifically, we're looking at the sector communication services. A few days ago, we looked at Disney. Same kind of category, Disney and Facebook / Meta. Their ticker symbol, right behind my head right here, is FB. Still Facebook, but they're rebranding their company as Meta. So to get all that updates, to look at their official kind of change, this is their investors relations page. Not very flashy, not typical what you see on Facebook in terms of retail, but you investors out there should definitely look at this. All right, so let's take a look at the charts. As you notice, oh no, what happened? Hopefully you can still see me. Yes, I'm still here. All you positional traders, that means the people that are buying and holding, looking at dollar cost averaging. The girls are coming around and sneaking around here. This is what's happened in the last little bit. Let's take a look and let's zoom in a little bit closer. As you probably know, we've looked at this a couple of times, but since January, they've had a big, their stock price has moved below the average of 20 days, I believe. That's our moving average out there. Yeah, our moving average. It's actually a 10 moving average, so it's over the last 10 days, it's gone lower than the average price. The sellers took control of this back in November, and even earlier than that, last year, September, people started getting real fearful of this stock, or starting to dump this stock. Should I get those arrows out for you? Should I circle it? Nope. It had a little bit of a bounce. We're wondering if it's finding a floor, and there could be an opportunity to get in. So let's dive in a little bit deeper for you swing traders to see if there's an opportunity or if we hit the bottom. But definitely note, sellers are still massively in control, and they could drag this stock down further. So let's take a look at what opportunities we have for you swing traders that are capitalizing on this momentum or even this finding of a floor, right? I don't know how strong this floor is going to be, but we're going to use Bollinger Bands and a couple other indicators here to find out. So you can see this massive expansion of the Bollinger Band, and then it actually now is contracting and moving towards the buying opportunity if it is going to bounce. And it always goes in cycles. And my tummy is growling because I'm hungry. Almost done fasting, everybody. Whoever is doing Lent with me, we are almost at Good Friday and the Easter. So if you are fasting like me, woo, it's going to be so good. So as you can see, we're at the bottom of our Bollinger Band. Potentially we could have a couple buying opportunities, or is it already kind of hitting a floor? But you'll see right there, it is at another kind of low. And I think, maybe our floor that we're looking for, it could dip down as low as 207. Right now it's at 213-ish. And another kind of floor right around here, 210, before it kind of goes back up, that little cycle, right? And we're looking at the strength. You can see here it is weakening. I'm going to put another red circle there. So in terms of you swing traders, the trend is kind of flat, but it is going down. And to confirm that momentum, we're following the MACD. I'm going to put another red line here. These little lines have crossed over, and you can see that the sellers are kind of taking control again. So momentum is waning and dying, and the green moving average is below the purple there. So again, you swing traders, I still think the trend is kind of down. It is kind of weakening. I still think it's got some room to go for you swing traders. And at the bottom of this band, around 208, 207, is where you could find a dip. So watch out for that, you swing traders out there. And let's take a look at what's really going to move the price. And it's always, always, always that earning call. And let's take a look here. I didn't even put this in, so my apologies. All you got to do is put the ticker symbol in, FB, it changes. And let me get my magic finger out here. The last time that they had earnings call was February 2nd. If my eyes can look at this clearly, it looks like we were expecting 3.84. They only delivered 3.67, a downward surprise. So this month, we are a little bit wiser. The street is expecting Meta or Facebook to do a little worse, 2.52 for EPS growth. And they're meeting in the next 2 weeks, April 27th. What they will report, we're going to see a definite swing here leading up to it, or right after it. So those of you who are swing trading, perfect opportunity to set up in the next 2 weeks and put your trades in, depending on what you think it's going to do. And it seems like the street is expecting it to do worse. So that means you short sellers out there, get that swing on. What else could move the news, or what else could move this stock? Let's take a look at our economic calendar. Here, my finger is going this way. This is today. This is the last trading day of this week. We got 121 earnings calls. We got 14 stock splits, 11 IPOs, and 64 economic events. Out of those economic events, I didn't even look, so let's look together here. We're looking at import prices in the U.S. In Canada, we're looking at wholesale trade, manufacturing, jobless claims are coming out today. So we have a lot of economic events that could affect us, retail gas, but nothing that I'm seeing right now that really affects Facebook or Meta. Michigan conditions, I'm reading this as we go. Energy, yeah, I'm not seeing a lot that's going to affect Meta, mostly just the broad kind of economy. So what we do is we go into news. I just searched Facebook stock news. I always do stock news. That way you get specific companies that are reviewing this. Meta earnings. Oh, I'm blocking it. Sorry, everybody. Meta earnings could fall short again. The street is definitely thinking that it's going to fall short. And why? Meta investors were nervous on Monday. There's a whole bunch of backlash from employees and investors. They've been doing bad recently, Meta. But here's the big news that I think is really kind of affecting Meta. They've changed their name because of the metaverse, and they are actually going to charge 50% to buy things inside this wonderful virtual world. That's a huge cut compared to Apple's 30%. People are complaining about that, so I don't know if that's the right flavor. And obviously, a lot of things are happening with Meta. So I only got a minute left. Let's go into our intraday charts here, and let's take a look. So definitely a downward kind of sentiment. We're going to take the Fibonacci tool. We're going to take the lows. We're going to take the lows. We're going to take the highs. And I got 30 seconds to do this. It is in the lower range. As you can see, we're zooming in here. It's already broken through that 61 retracement level. Now it's going to bounce off this floor, 210. I think this is another floor before maybe we get another bounce. So with that said, yeah, it's not looking good for Facebook. I would say your ceiling is probably 215 for today. I don't see it having much upside. I'm not frozen. I'm just amazed. Every time I do that, it's so fast. All right, I'm not giving you intraday traders a lot of love. Not really my bag. I usually just drop down to that time frame to enter and exit trades. I'm more of a swing trader, but you intraday people, I gotta give you guys some more love. So I'm gonna work on that, trying to get to that faster. Everybody, it's my Friday. Thanks for joining in. Everybody's out there. I'm just watching Meta stock. It is down 1% today. I don't see much upside potential to it. It's going to stay under that VWAP. It's going to stay definitely below the 215. It might try to retest 213, but man, there's a strong downward trend right now. And that's its momentum. Not a lot of volume on it either. Not a lot of great news. Meta. Elon Musk is taking all the news because Elon Musk is looking at buying Twitter. So I don't know if you heard that. You heard it first right here. Take a look at that. Elon Musk is definitely getting he's got a significant amount of shares in Twitter. That's maybe even pushing down a little bit of Meta, Facebook, Snap. And I don't know why it would. Maybe, people are thinking that Elon, if he buys 100% of Twitter, he just change it drastically and make it the best platform and everybody would follow it. Who knows? Anyways, these social media companies, their moat might be a little bit broken. That means their competitive advantage is kind of lost. Definitely Facebook is facing that. So, good thing to think about from a macro perspective. As a price, man, intraday traders, short that. Short it. All right. Everybody, have a great long weekend. Happy Easter. Peace out.